Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be an awesome one. I'm bringing you this video because I've been wanting to do it for a while now. I was looking through my channel, just brainstorming new ideas, and I saw that the last time I did my everyday makeup routine was back in June. I did it back in the summer and so much has changed since then. My goodness, I saw that video, it was cringeworthy. I was trying so hard to do a makeup tutorial that looked like I knew what I was doing, but I was doing the most, and I titled it Easy Quick Makeup Tutorial, but it had all of these steps in it, and I was like, what are you thinking? Most people don't have time for that, and I just wanted to really update you guys on the makeup routine that I've been doing for the last couple of months. Since then, I've changed it so much. I use less powder, I use cream products now, and overall my routine has changed a lot. So I want to show you what I'm doing every single day to get ready for work. And yes, I am that person that wears makeup to work every single day. I am so happy that my workplace isn't that strict when it comes to like makeup code or like dressing code, and it's very casual. It's a very casual workplace, so I am able to wear makeup every single day, which makes me super happy. And I'm just that type of person who can't see myself not wearing makeup for work. I don't know, it's the way that I've been raised. I've seen my mom is the same way. She gets ready for work every single day. She wears makeup everywhere, and I got it from my mama. It's in my genes. I have to get dolled up and wear makeup and do my hair and spend that time to get ready every single day, and I've been doing it every single day for the last year at my job. So anywho, in this video I'm gonna be showing you how I get ready for work every single day, all of the steps. It's not gonna be a super quick makeup routine. I really want to emphasize that, but it is going to be super simple. If you are able to learn this routine, if you are able to learn the steps and know the products that you're gonna use, you can narrow it down to about 20 minutes, which for me is quick, but I know for some of you might not be super quick. But again, this is how I get ready every single morning. But before we get started, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. I'd love to have you as part of this little family, this little makeup loving family that I'm trying to build here on YouTube. I'd love to have you. And without further ado, if you want to see this makeup routine, how I get ready for work every single day, then please stay on and keep on watching. Alright guys, so let's get started, and the very first thing that we're going to be doing is of course moisturizing. And for today I'm going to be using the Garnier Moisture and Radiance Dull Skin Daily Energizing Gel Moisturizer, and I'm only using this one because I ran out of my Neutrogena Hydro Boost moisturizer and my mom gave me this one, so I'm using this one instead of that one. But of course this is the most important step in your morning routine. Just make sure to really moisturize the skin, use some SPF, and really take care and protect your skin before getting that full face of makeup done. And then after you've moisturized, we're gonna go ahead and go in with our primer. Now if you're someone who doesn't do primers, you can skip this step and just jump into foundation. I know a lot of people don't use primers or don't have the time for primers, so I totally understand that. So if you're someone who doesn't use primers, you can go ahead and skip this step and just jump into foundation. And today I am using the L'Oreal Paris Magic Perfecting Base. I've never actually spoken about this primer before in my channel, but it's a great one. I really love like the texture of it. It's like a gel, but a soft gel, kind of like silicone-y, and it's really able to like blur out, and it goes into your pores and just blurs out everything. It's a really great option from the drugstore. I believe it's around 11 or 13 bucks, or somewhere right around there, and I really like it. And now that we are done with primer, we're scooching in a little bit closer and jumping straight into foundation. And today I am using a classic, of course. You probably already know about this foundation. It is the Wet n Wild Photofocus foundation. I am in the shade Soft Beige. Beige, and of course this is a super affordable option at the drugstore. It's around $5 to $6 and it's a wonderful foundation. I love the finish of it. The coverage is beautiful. Now, one thing to keep in mind for this tutorial itself is that you don't have to use too much. I'm literally only going in once and then just dabbing 1, 2, 3, 4, a little bit more, and that's about it. You don't have to go in with a lot because again, this is makeup that you're going to be wearing for a long period of time for work, and you don't want it to start looking too cakey on you. So I'm now going to go in with my Real Techniques sponge. This one is around $5 to $6. Again, super affordable, and it works amazingly. I've been using it for years and it's never let me down, and it's just a wonderful beauty sponge. I think I've said this before in my channel where I don't see the reason for me to spend $20 on a sponge when I can have like this one that works amazingly well and it's a fraction of the price. I do take it on my lids as well just to get a clean canvas to our eyeshadow that we're going to be doing, and I am covering up all of that redness on my skin as well, and really taking your time to make sure everything is nice and blended. Just because you're in a hurry, you don't want to leave any spots behind. And now that we're done with foundation, we're going to jump in with a little bit of concealer, and I am using the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. I believe that's the name. It's not in the packaging, so I'm not 100% sure. And I am in the shade Fair number 10. So this is a concealer right here, and it looks like this is going to be a full face of drugstore makeup. For the most part, you're going to see that the majority of the makeup that I use today is going to be drugstore. And once again, I've said it before in my channel, and sometimes I feel like there is no need to spend that much money on higher end products like foundations and concealers and even powders, because you get amazing options at the drugstore. I am curious like to try them, but I don't know, I feel like there's no need for me to spend that amount of money when something like these products work amazingly well for me. I've gotten compliments on my skin and on my makeup, and I'm using drugstore makeup, so again, I don't feel the need to overspend on makeup. But if that's something that you guys want me to like try out, if there are products out there that are higher end, of course, and you want me to review or check out or try in front of the camera on my channel, let me know. I'll be more than happy to do that. But when it comes to me doing tutorials and teaching makeup, I kind of feel bad recommending products that are too expensive, because then it's like I don't want you to feel like there's a need for you to spend that money on that makeup when you don't have to, when there are amazing options at the drugstore. So this concealer, I'm just gonna apply a little bit underneath my eyes, on my forehead, and on my chin, and that's pretty much it. And just go to town with that sponge and blend it all out. When it comes to complexion products, this is the time where you really want to spend your time in blending things out, because when you spend the time to blend that concealer in, it's really gonna blend into your skin and really make sure that it's not sitting on top of it, and then over time it can get cakey. So really make sure to go in with your damp sponge and really press it into the skin, and just make sure everything is nice and blended and that everything is nice and covered, and it's gonna look super natural in the end. So now that the concealer is done, we're gonna jump into bronzer, and this is something that I've never done before. Usually right after concealer I go in straight in with powder, but now I'm letting it sit for a little bit and just jumping into bronzer, because I am using a cream bronzer. Now you can go into your favorite kind of bronzer. You don't have to use this one in specific, but I am using the Sculpt and Glow by Model's Own bronzer. It's this guy right here, and it's a cream to powder bronzer, and it's in the shade Deep Glow number 6. It's this big guy right here, and I got it actually just because it was on sale at Ulta. And I am going in with a dense kabuki brush. This one is the Real Techniques buffing brush, and you really want to make sure when you're using cream products to go in in with a dense brush because that's what's really gonna blend it in. It's gonna make it super easy to blend. It's just gonna grab the product. It's dense enough that it's gonna blend it nicely, and it's gonna grab the right amount of product. So I'm just going into my bronzer and applying it just as usual. Again, you can use your traditional bronzer for this. I take my bronzer in the hollows of my cheeks and then up my temples and a little bit underneath the chin as well. And this is actually something that I had never done. I never used or thought to use cream bronzers, but I've fallen in love with this one. It just gives you like a beautiful tan look. I used it for Christmas and I used it for New Year's, and even my mom looked at me and she's like, you look so tan and so bronzy. So it's a wonderful bronzer. I really do enjoy it, and I can't wait to use it in the summer. Of course, in the summer I'm gonna go in a little bit more heavy-handed, but I've gotten a lot of compliments when I use it, so it's just a beautiful bronzer. If you're looking for those cream products, if you are a cream product type of person, then this one's a beautiful option. Now we are gonna go in with an angled brush like this one that I would normally use for nose contouring, but we're not gonna go in the extra mile and do all of those steps for nose contour. We're gonna go in super simple, just so that the center of the face isn't like one solid color. We're gonna add a little bit of warmth to it. So we're gonna go in with the same bronzer, grab a little bit, and just take it to the sides of the nose. And even a little bit to this bone right here that connects to the brows. Like so, and that's all for bronzer. Now moving right along, we are going to do a little bit of powder, and we are using the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. It's this square guy right here. You can use your Coty Airspun, but the key in here is that you're not going to go in and use a ton of powder. That's something that I used to do before. I would just cake up my face as much as possible, and it was so bad because I was doing that during the summer, and it would just like cake up, and I wouldn't understand why I was doing that. And number one, Coty Airspun is heavy in itself, and adding that amount that I was using before, it was kicking up really bad. So now I learned my lesson, and we're gonna go ahead and take our sponge, dab a little bit in there, and then shake off as much of the excess as possible, even dabbing it on the back of your hand, and then just setting that powder that's underneath your eyes. Since we are setting the concealer, we're also going to go into the chin and on the forehead. And as you can see, I'm using barely any powder now, whereas before you would see on my last video, I would just pound that cake on my face. On the sides of the nose a little bit, because that's where I usually get the oiliest. And because my foundation does crack on my smile lines, I will add a little bit right here on the sides of my nose. And that's all the powder I will use. So now that we're done with powder, we're done with bronzer, we're going to jump in straight into highlighter. Now this is a step I feel like you can skip altogether. If you're not a fan or you don't want to use highlighter for work or something like that, you can go ahead and skip it, and again, it'll save you some time too. So we're going to go in with my Milani Strobelight Instant Glow Powder, and this one's in the shade Afterglow number 1. So we're going to go in with my Morphe 510 brush, swirl it around in there, and just highlight as usual. So we're just hitting the high points of the face, right up my brow bone and up my temples as well, which is something that I hadn't done before. I do take it up my forehead a little bit, sides of the cheeks. And again, my workplace doesn't have like strict rules when it comes to makeup, so I am allowed to wear highlight as much as I want to, of course. But if you are someone who's in a stricter workplace, you don't want to go in too heavy-handed, or you can again skip this step if needed. After that, we are going to go in with a little bit of blush, and I am using my favorite Laura Geller Baked Blush-n-Brighten blush in the shade Tropic Hues, and we're just going to hit a little bit on the apples of our cheeks. And now with that highlight that you used, I am going to go in and just grab a pencil brush, go in there, and then just do a little bit on the inner corners. I always do this for work. You can skip this if you don't want to do it. I just like the extra touch of like shine that it brings to the face, and it really just brings in attention to the eyes. So now we're gonna do the simplest of all eyeshadow looks. We're gonna go ahead and just take 2 colors to do this eyeshadow look today. The first color we're gonna be doing is a transition shade. Now you can use the bronzer that you just used for the face. You can use that. If you are using a powder bronzer, go ahead and use that. But because I am using a cream bronzer, I'm gonna jump in and just grab the first brown, like warm brown color that I can see right here on my table, and it is with the NYX Highlight and Contour Pro palette. I'm just gonna use this because there are brown shades in it. You don't have to buy this just to get this look. Again, you can go in with your bronzer and you'll be perfectly fine. And even better, you can use any eyeshadow palette that you want as long as it has that warm brown color, a soft brown, or any of those colors you can go ahead and use from any eyeshadow palette that you already own, that you already have. So I'm just gonna go in literally and like 1, 2, 3, grab any brown color in there and just take it all over the crease. And I am using my BH Cosmetics 101 brush. It's this fluffy brush that really just allows you even to be as messy as you want and really just take that color, do windshield wiper motions back and forth, take a little bit of time to blend those edges out. But if it is a bronzer that's a really good bronzer, it's gonna be able to just really blend out super smoothly and super effortlessly, so you don't have to spend too much time in here. So you're just gonna go in back and forth, and then on your outer portion, you're just gonna do some mini circle motions right there. I'm gonna scoot you guys a little bit closer, that way you can see better. And then after that, I'm gonna go in one more time into those shades with that same brush, and then just drag it a little bit to the lower lash line, look up, and just drag that color underneath as well. And that's it for the first shade that we're going to use for our eyeshadow. The second step is just taking a shimmer. You can use any kind of shimmer. You can use a gold, you can use a champagne color, and you can even use your highlight. You can use that same highlighter, the one that I used on my cheeks. I can go ahead and just take it with my finger, plop it all over the lid, and I'll be good to go. But for this, I am going to go in with my Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Volume 3 eyeshadow palette, and I'm just gonna take this shade right here. But again, you can use any shimmer of your choice for your second color, and that's gonna be your lid color. So you're just gonna go in with your finger and then just plop it in all over the lid. And then with your middle finger, you're gonna blend in your outer edge with that lid color, like so, and that is literally your entire eye look. And now I'm gonna repeat the same thing on the other side. And that is the eyeshadow look done. Again, this is a super simple eyeshadow look. You only need 2 colors, and if you use your bronzer as a transition, you only need 1 shimmer color of your choice for this eyeshadow look, which can be replaced with your highlighter. So pretty simple, right? So after that, we're gonna go ahead and fill out those brows, and I am using the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Espresso. Again, and I've mentioned this before, I mentioned it in my Empties video, which if you haven't seen, I will link right up here. I mentioned this one as my all-time favorite eyebrow pencil. It just makes the job super quick and super easy. So I'm just gonna go in and fill out those brows, fill out the shape that I want. Again, you can do the shape that you want, but using an eyebrow pencil is just gonna make the job so much easier and super quick. Again, if you're getting ready in the morning, you don't want to whip out those pomades, you don't want to whip out those concealer brushes to do brows that are just gonna be for work. So you don't need all of those extra fixings to get nice brows and appropriate brows for work. So I'm just gonna follow the natural shape of my brows and fill them in. So that is my before and that is my after brow. So we're just gonna repeat the same thing on the other side. All right, so those are the finished brows, and now we're gonna jump in with mascara. And for mascara, I am using the It Cosmetics Cosmetics Superhero Mascara that I got in a Boxycharm a long time ago, and I've been obsessed with it. It's super quick and it's super easy to use. It just gives your lashes such a beautiful look, so we're gonna go in with that. Of course, you can use your favorite mascara. Of course, for work, no one has time or the energy for false lashes, so that's why I'm only gonna go in with a super quick 1 coat of mascara and I'll be good to go. Alright guys, so those are the lashes done. We're down to our final 2 steps. The first one, of course, lips. We don't want to go to work with foundation lips, right? So for this part, you can absolutely just grab your favorite lipstick, your favorite gloss, whatever you'd like, whatever lip product you want to go with. Go ahead and use that. For now, I'm going to be using the Adesse New York High Definition Liquid Lipstick, one of my favorite. It was one of my favorite Boxycharm products of 2018. If you want to see a roundup of my full top 10 favorite Boxycharm products of last year, you can go ahead and watch that video. I will link it right up here. I love this gloss so much. It's just a beautiful nude color. It's long lasting. It's gonna last a long time, and it just wears beautiful. It looks beautiful, and I love it so much. And with the juicy lips done, we're gonna jump into the last step of our makeup routine, which is Fix Plus, or of course any setting spray of your choice. I also love the Milani Make It Last setting spray, this guy right here, but I'm almost running out. I also love the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, which I think I'm actually gonna use this one or use both, or whatever's gonna make my makeup last all day long, which these 3 are great options to do that. I did use both the Morphe setting spray and the MAC Fix Plus because my skin is feeling a little bit drier than usual, so I really want to make sure it's nice and hydrated and that my powders are nice and melted into my skin. So we're just gonna fan that out. You can even take your damp beauty sponge, dab a little bit of that setting spray into the skin just in case you get a little bit of those droplets. The MAC Fix Plus can do that sometimes where it leaves like little droplets on your skin, so going back in with your damp beauty sponge is really gonna make sure that those will go away. And with the makeup all locked and set in place, that is it for the entire look. And we are back to square one, you guys. This is the entire face of makeup done. I'm so glad that I got the chance to do this video. Let me know if you have any questions in that comment section down below on any of these products, on any of the recommendations that I did today, any of the steps that I mentioned you could skip. You can totally do that and it will cut you additional time from your routine. I hope everything made sense and that you found some new tips and tricks to do a beautiful face of makeup every day for work or for school, and that this is going to be something really helpful for you. In the end, if you do have any questions, don't forget to leave them down below, and make sure to give this video a big old thumbs up if you did like it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel as well. I know there's a lot of new people right here. I've been getting a lot of new comments from you guys, from new people watching my channel, and I really do appreciate you guys being here and watching, taking the time out of your day to watch my channel, and I really hope you guys are enjoying my videos. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for being here. Take care. Hope you're having a beautiful day wherever you are, and hopefully I will see you right here on the next one. Bye guys.